guys, here we are for part 5. It's going to be our final card pack while I'm here in Mexico. And let me just pick up my stand. I'm hanging out with my my Peacock friends here on our way to the gym. The gym is like the Peacock hangout here at this particular resort that I'm at. It's like the Peacock gang hangs out at the gym, so you don't want to mess with them. But hey, it's our final card pack. Let's check this thing out right now. Number 1 on the list here is Naomi. Card number 18. Naomi returned to the blue brand as part of the 2021 draft. Naomi ran afoul of authority figure Sonya Deville soon after, but has not been deterred as she pursues championship glory. Naomi doing great here. Sonya Deville, who they just spoke about on the back of this card, she was in our last card pack, which is kind of neat. And Naomi just returning to WWE recently after being gone for a while, being TNA Knockouts champion, but at this time was trying to get back on track. And I think she won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship with Sasha Banks, who we also saw in our previous card pack. And they left. We all know the controversy of them leaving the company. They went their separate ways. Mercedes Moné has not returned to WWE, but Naomi returning alongside Bianca Belair and alongside Jade Cargill, who she's been in WWE a year as of this week and has supposedly had just under 3 minutes of ring time total. I think it's like 2 minutes and something, if that. It might even be a minute a bit. But Naomi doing really well. Great to see her here. Card number 18, our first in this final pack. Bam, bringing it to you. Card number 2 in our pack is Julius Creed, and I love these Panini Prizm cards. Supposedly there's they have different explanations for the types of styles of cards in the green prism, gold prism, mojo prism, things like that, and the reflections. But here we go, Julius Creed, number 75 here. This former 2-time All-American wrestler is a part of the future foundation of WWE. Alongside brother Brutus, Julius Creed has already made a mighty impact on NXT 2.0 as part of the Roderick Strong-led Diamond Mine. Now, we had Roderick Strong in on one of our previous packs as well, so bringing it back around. But Julius Creed no longer with Roderick Strong, who is in AEW. Julius Creed, of course, now with Alpha Academy, the new Alpha Academy with Chad Gable. That's going to be awesome. Awesome. A lot of people think that Julius Creed is one of the major big-time future players here in WWE. So we're going to keep our eye on Julius Creed. Let's try and have a fast video this time. Our third card in the pack, it's going to be James Drake from the Grizzled Young Vets. Now, I talked earlier about how much I love Progress Wrestling, Rev Pro, Brit Res in general, and I got to tell you, James Drake has been on my radar a long time. I've seen a lot of James Drake matches. Let's read the back of this card. James Drake.
Later that same evening.
Number 105, James Drake. I mentioned earlier how much I'm into Brit Res, Progress Wrestling, Rev Pro, even OTT Over the Top out of Ireland, and of course Insane Championship Wrestling out of Scotland. The entire UK scene was really hot for a while, but has always been really hot and always been really awesome. Trent Seven just recently showed up at one of our Demand Lucha shows, so that's pretty cool. Let's read the back of the card and see what it has to say on his Panini Prizm card. The pride of Blackpool, England, wasted little time making his mark in NXT UK. The hard-charging James Drake teams with Zach Gibson to form the Grizzled Young Veterans. Drake made some magic in his hometown in 2019 when his team became the first NXT UK Tag Team Champions at the first NXT UK TakeOver. So there you go, Grizzled Young Vets. I think they might have just recently showed up in Impact Wrestling, TNA. You might see them at AEW, but I've always been a huge fan of James Drake. And of course, number 1, Zach Gibson, pulling a Dominic Mysterio before Dominic Mysterio. Zach would put up the finger or say he was number 1. He could barely open his mouth, and everybody would boo the shit out of him. This was on the Indies too, and made its way to WWE. So that's great. Good to see Dominic Mysterio getting that heat these days. And with his new angle with Liv Morgan, that might be happening even more and more and more. So for our final card here, I kind of like this lighting. I mean, it's shading me a bit, but making my beard look all like gray and washed out. It's kind of neat. Maybe it's a reflection from my shirt. Let's take a look at our final card of our final pack here on this 5-part series I've been doing here in Mexico. And bam, I thought it was going to be a specialty card because they've all been specialty cards, but this one, just a regular card, and Rhea Ripley, number 136 in the series, Rhea Ripley coming at you. Now, we saw the Fearless Adam Copeland card as our final card on my last video. Turns out there is a Fearless Rhea Ripley card in the set as well. There's a whole line of Fearless cards that I think go from number 1 to like number 15 or something in there. The first set of numbers in this card set, including Adam Copeland. You've got The Miz in there. You've got Alexa Bliss in there, Roman Reigns, a few other people, and of course, Rhea Ripley, like I said. Let's see what the back of her card says. Rhea Ripley made her first big splash when she used an aggressive approach in advance to the semifinals of the 2018 Mae Young Classic. That tourney experience did her well when she won 3 bouts in a row to claim the inaugural NXT Women's Championship. This made her the first Australian woman to ever wear WWE gold. Rhea Ripley right there. What a great way to finish off our 5 packs and a 5 video series here that we were doing to begin Wrestle Breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, card number 136. We had a really great time doing this. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. A hell of a fun time I had with these cards that Q gave me. Hell of a fun time I've had here in Mexico searching out talent for Demand Lucha. Please follow me at Demand Lucha on YouTube. Follow Wrestle Breaks, Wrestle_breaks here on Instagram. And of course, all of our good friends follow Certain Man. We're gonna see if we can find a social media for Q eventually. But of course, our other friends over at Undead Media and Pure Fandom. Thanks so much for joining me, Hutch Henrys, here on Wrestle Breaks for this 5 video series. It was a pretty fun way to start off Wrestle Breaks. Hopefully we'll see you in the future.